What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are going over some of the traps in Devil May Cry Peak of Combat to avoid for new players. Like and sub for more amazing gaming content. So the first one I want to talk about, and this is a very controversial one, and that is this hot 100 summon 90% off. After completing 10 summons, you can choose to purchase 100 summon breaker X1 to select and obtain one 10-time summon result out of the 10. After activating your 100 summons though, you only have 12 hours to select your final result. So you shouldn't do this until you are going to buy it if you happen to. You have a bunch of different options to choose from with your summons. Most likely you should be choosing a legendary hero along with possibly getting some epic weapons. Everyone has two options as a player. You're either going to look at this and think it's kind of scummy and that it's a complete ripoff and it's not worth it, or you're going to be one of the other people who actually are like, wow, this is a good deal. I'm getting a legendary hero for $60, so I don't have to go ahead and spend a bunch of money in the gacha system, constantly rolling and not getting what I want. Then on the other flip side, you got to look at it from the developer's standpoint, because the developers, they're trying to make as much money as possible. It's a company. What's the main purpose of any company? To make as much money as they can by any means possible, pretty much. So the way they're looking at it is, hey, we're gonna make a bunch of money from this. So, I mean, you can't knock a company for trying to do what they're supposed to do and make money, right? Me personally though, I don't think it's worth it. I passed on it. I don't think it's worth $60. For me, I think $60 is just a little too much for what it is, right? Like, you come in here and you can choose one. I mean, you're gonna take a legendary hero for $60. I mean, I will say this though, it's better to do this than to try and get like a legendary from the gacha system by just spending money, because you're gonna spend way more than $60 to get a legendary hero. I mean, if you go ahead and we go to the vault section, right, and we take a look at like the odds of these are our legendary heroes. They got a base rate of 0.66%. That's, I mean, you know what I mean? You're gonna spend a lot more money than $60. You're not spending $60 and pulling one of these legendaries. You're probably gonna spend, you know, I'm gonna say a couple $100 probably, maybe 200, 300, I don't know. It depends on your luck, right? But overall, the fact that you can get a legendary hero for 60, it depends. You don't need the heroes though, which I think is the biggest point. At least, you know, for me personally, I'm not playing these games trying to rank high on the leaderboard. I'm never trying to do that. I always play these games casually for fun and just to enjoy it for what it is, not to try and spend thousands of dollars and try and, you know, compete with these other rich people. I've never played these games for that. So if you're coming into this game with that mindset, then you're not going to have fun. You just kind of have to take what it is and just enjoy it for what it is, and that's what I typically do. So I would say skip that $60 100 pull thing. It's really not worth it. It's not needed. Just enjoy the game with the characters you get. You get gems for free. You get summoning tickets for free. You don't have to spend money to get these heroes. You don't. All it is, it's a trap. It's a trap to try and get you to spend money so that you get these heroes, but you really don't need them. Speaking of summoning traps, the other one is gonna be with the new player vault. And I'm gonna say a ton of new players are gonna come in here and they're gonna waste their gems on this. Do not do that. That is the second biggest trap in this game, that new player vault. We have a certain amount of summons we have to do, right? We gotta do, within 40 summons, we're guaranteed to get a legendary character. And what people are gonna do is early on, they're just gonna start throwing their gems at it instead of just playing the game and accumulating those summoning tickets. Use your summoning tickets for this banner. Do not waste your gems, because you're gonna waste all your gems. You need gems for stamina. Do not use your gems to just try and get this legendary hero super duper fast. It really doesn't matter. The 3 starting heroes you get at the beginning, you can complete the entire game with. You don't need to have all of these extra fancy heroes. They're not needed. And there's 2 different summoning tickets that you have to pay attention to. That's going to be the Hunter Vault Breaker. This is the one that you can use on the new player Vault Summon banner. And then for the exclusive ones, we have these limited banners. These ones are different. These are the special vault breakers. So if we go ahead and we start doing stuff like our missions, and when you're just doing the campaign, you're going to get this stuff. Like you're going to get special vault hunter breaker. I just got 10 tickets. Playing through this campaign story, you're going to get the tickets. If we head on over to where it says benefits, and then we go to where it says chapter packs, these are must buys with your gems because you get the gems back. So you don't want to use all of your gems on the new player vault banner when you can be using those gems for these. Right here, we get Hunter Vault Breaker for a bunch of gems, and then we get them back. It's 300. You get it back the next day. Same thing, Chapter 2, you spend 680. You get 2 Weapon Vault Breaker summoning tickets. You get it 100% back the next day. So always go through and make sure you buy these with your gems. And the next major trap that a lot of people fall into is when they unlock events and they have the Slot of Slaughter. Way too many people come in here and they waste their stamina early on. On that level 10 slot, you're only getting basic cards. The basic cards are awful and they hardly do anything for your characters. They really don't buff their stats very much. Even if we go down, level 30 even isn't that great either. You only get those advanced cards, which are not much better, and you level up really fast in this game. Your account level, aka your office level, it goes up very fast. You can hit level 40 easy in one day as long as you go ahead, use your gems properly for the stamina instead of wasting them on the summoning banners. 40 is when you want to go ahead and start using your stamina to get these. 40, I would go like not too crazy, just a little bit. You'll see we get physical fire and we also get electric and ice. And then 50 is where we start to get like support demon cards along with the other stuff. So it's just kind of like 50 and above is the sweet spot, but 40 is where you can start to kind of spend a little bit of stamina to try and get those demon cards, but don't waste it on 10. Don't waste it on the basic cards or the advanced cards because you're also going to get demon cards through the campaign when you're just playing it. The game gives you free ones. So really, the Slot of Slaughter is end game content. Day 1, people, do not even come in here and start wasting your stamina. This is, I would say, the biggest stamina trap in the game. And the fact that it shows you you can only do this 4 times daily kind of gets you sucked into that mindset that, oh my gosh, I need to do this 4 times. Well, if you do it 4 times, that alone, I mean, 20, 40, 60, that's 80 stamina you're wasting just in the Slot of Slaughter for some really crappy basic cards. And you just don't want to do that. So do not fall victim to those traps. That is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this video. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.